I've just bought one of the biggest fish I've ever bought. It's behind me, it's down here, it's in this huge box, you can see it is absolutely massive. Now, I've been wanting to get one of these for a while. It's not the one I wanted one that was, it's a different colour, but I thought since I've got the pond, I might as well full send it, and I'm just going to get it anyway. And if the other one of these comes up, then I probably will just get that as well. The pond's big enough, I think it can handle by a load just because of the amount of filtration I've got outside. So yeah, let me give you a sneak peek of what it is. Ooh, did you see it? Give you one more peek. Can you see it? So that is going to be going here. As you can see, the pond is completely empty. The only fish that I've got really of any size are this tilapia that I've got in here, which won't focus, and the African pike, which you haven't seen. Did have a good old nibble on my finger the other day. It was completely accident, but if you've not seen that, go and have a quick look. It was quite funny. But yeah, so I'm just acclimating now. I've got this tube going down, getting this guy acclimated, and then hopefully we can get him into the pond. Now, I have bought some other fish as well. I picked up some other fish just to go in here, but they're going to be quarantined out in a different tank, and I'll probably show those in another update when I transfer them over. But this guy, because he is so big, I've got nowhere to put him, I've got nowhere to quarantine him, so I'm just going to risk it. Now, the place I got him from, all their stuff's kept really well. I did check him out while he was in the tank, and he was in the tank with a few other tank mates, and everyone else looked absolutely fine. So, to be honest, I'm not too worried about the issues, but if I do see anything, then I probably will take him out and try and make some form of quarantine tank, if that makes sense. But yeah, I can't wait to get him in. I'm gonna have to get the camera stand up, and it's going to be a double hander. This is one big mama. It is huge, but yeah, I can't wait. Right, I've got no idea if this is going to be in focus or in frame or what. I'm looking at the screen on the camera, and I think it's just in frame and focus. So, time to get him over. Hopefully I don't get attacked by like last time. But to be honest, it should be fine. He's been acclimating in the box now probably for about half hour. I had the slow drip going in, and then about halfway through I started using the jug just to speed the process up a little bit more. But yeah, I'm excited to get him in. I haven't got a net big enough, so I'm just going to hand him in. He was pretty chill when we caught him out of the tank. He didn't really flop around too much, so I'm hoping I can just do this by hand. It might be a case of the old, I believe I can fly, and lob him in technique, and if that works, happy days. But yeah, he's big, trust me. It doesn't look big in the bag, but once you see it up close, it is ridiculous. So hopefully we can get this in with no problems. Oh my god! As I said it, I think it was going to be one of those I believe I can fly moments. Oh my god. I don't know how much of that I've got on camera. I don't know how much of the fish I actually showed. But yeah, he's in. I'd call that a success. No fish were on the floor, so that's very weird. I'm used to handling big fish, so I'm into my carp fishing. I go all over the country and sort of catch big carp. And most of the fish that I've ever held or touched, they've tended to be quite smooth. This guy, he literally felt like sandpaper all over. So you'd brush your hand down him, he'd be quite nice and smooth. And as you went up the body towards the head, it's almost like he had hundreds of like little spines that stuck in you. It was a really weird feeling. It almost feels like my hand's being sort of attacked by sandpaper almost. So I'm guessing that's one of my dream things is to go swim with sharks, and I'm guessing that's what sharks feel like. I know they have like a sandpapery texture to them. But he's in. I was worried that he was going to be a little bit too big for this pond. I know he is probably going to double in size at some point. But from what I've seen, once they get to a certain size, they do start to slow down a little bit. They don't grow as fast. Yeah, look at him in here. He's got acres of room. He's probably got, I wouldn't say double the room he had from the shop, because the tank in the shop is probably about the same length as this. It's probably not as deep, and it was probably only about half the width for this. So this pond I've built, it's like 6 foot by just under 5 foot by just under 5 foot. So it's a hefty old pond. With the filtration, it's around 2,000 litres, I think I've estimated it to be. So yeah, so now he's in. I'll give him a little bit of time and then I'll pick the camera up in a minute just to see how he's getting on. But oh, he looks amazing. He looks really, really cool. I need to clear this water up. I'm soaked. It's been about an hour since he's been in, and as you can see, he's doing fine, to be honest. He's cruising around, he's been coming up to the top, he's been getting air, things like that. But majority of the time, he sort of sits in these bushes over the back there. You can't really see him because it's too dark. The camera doesn't really like to focus, but I've got these fake vines that go into the water, and he sort of hangs out in the middle there, and he'll pop up in the middle bit, in between those vines, and he'll tend to take a breath of air and go back down. But he seems to be happy, he, she, whatever he wants to be. They seem to be happy. The other fish I've got in the other tank, that's these guys. I picked up these three. They're absolutely huge. If you don't know what these are, these archer fish, they actually squirt water out of the top layer of water to shoot their bugs. I've got a video on this, so you can go back and watch that. But yeah, I picked up three of these guys. They are absolutely huge, which is ideal really to go in the monster pond. And they have actually been eating crickets already, which is perfect. I've got this little basket, because as you can see here, I've got a little disabled fish, bless him. I will be doing a video on him if he does well, but you can see he is missing part of his body. But again, I'll go into that in another video. But these crickets were climbing up the side of this mesh, and these guys were actually leaping out of the water to get them, which is a really good sign, which shows they're quite food aggressive. They do realise that crickets are food, which is lovely. So hopefully I can get some videos of these guys actually shooting their food at some point. And I want to get them into the big pond as well, because I do have a archerfish in the big pond. As you can see over there, I've got one lonely little archerfish all on his Todd. So it'd be nice to get those other ones in here, just so that he's got a nice little school to hang out with. He tends to hang around with these two scats I've got in here. They do look very similar, and those three do tend to school with each other quite a lot. But it would be nice for him to have some of his own friends, basically. But yeah, I'd say that transfer was a 100% success. I've got a nice little slurry of food here, nearly pushed off there, that I'm going to be feeding them. Hopefully I don't lose a finger this time. Hopefully I can try and keep all my fingers intact. But yeah, that was pretty much my impulse buy for today. And yeah, it was very much an impulse buy. I didn't ideally want to get him. There is another one, I can't remember what they're called, but they're basically, I'll put a picture up, they're basically grey with red at the ends of their fins. If one of those does pop up at any point, I probably will get that as well. But as you can see, I've got this entire pond, and even with that big ginormous fish in here, it still looks empty, apart from when he decides to come out. Hopefully he tames up, hopefully he does feed by hand. It's going to be really interesting feeding him veg and things like that, because they're not really, they will pretty much eat anything, but I think they do better on like fruit and vegetables and things like that. I'll give them a little bit of protein as well. But yeah, I'm excited to actually get him hand fed. I think he's going to come up to the top and actually take a gulp of air maybe. This is what he tends to do. He sort of sits at the top, hovers around, and then he goes back down. But yeah, really, really happy with that. So I'm going to get these guys fed, try and feed the stingray. Hopefully the African pike, who sits right over in the corner, you're not going to be able to see him. Hopefully he doesn't take my finger off this time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.